Hello again, Steve here, out on the river trail on a fine July afternoon and more than plus 25 weather, so it's just a beautiful day out for a walk, and it gets to remind me of the many thousands of kilometers I walked yesterday in such beautiful weather as well. So I want to come back to the dedication of that long walk, and which this walk reminds me of, which is freedom. And as I walked along, I got to thinking, and I may have talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again, what the heck, eh? About the importance of where freedom starts, right? Freedom, we want to be able to do what we want, and very often, if we're ethical, we will do what we want within the bounds of principles, right? Or ethics, or morals, or whatever. So we won't transgress other people's property and so on, right? However, where does it start, right? Does it start by complaining to the state or trying to get more rights passed into a bill of Congress or a parliamentary bill or whatever? I don't think so. I think that is way off base, just me talking, but it's my opinion. What I see is the analogy of a stone being dropped into a puddle, right? Everything starts from the place it hit, right? And if we think of ourselves in that respect, the greatest influence we have in the world is through ourselves. And the instrument of ourselves through which we act is the body, right? And even if we talk about mind, well, the body is the hardware on which mental thoughts run, right? Because without a brain and a bio or a nervous system and all the cells and the whole body and how it interacts with the mind and so on, if none of that were heart doesn't pump, doesn't get the blood to the brain and so on, we can't operate the brain, and therefore, emotions don't emote anymore and so on. We're basically dead. So to be agents of change for freedom, we have to be active, right? And to be active, we have to have a physical body in order to think, in order to emote, in order to walk, talk, and be active in any way. And so it's incumbent upon us to be the husbands, if you will, of our bodies and to take care of them as best we can. Because, Lord knows there's lots of fake news about what is healthy and what is not healthy. But the information is out there. Most of it is pretty common sense, right? We take regular exercise, we eat well, we feed our minds with constructive information, we learn critical thinking, we learn how to discern as best we can truth from falsehood, and through all this development, we also encourage and foster good relationships with people who are like-minded, who are also health-minded, right? So to me, as I said in one of the chapters of my book, which is just being published fairly soon, because my wife actually said when I did the walk, she said you should have called your walk health walk rather than freedom walk, because health is more practical than freedom. Well, to me they go hand in hand, because health is like a precursor to freedom, because without health, at the end of it, we're dead. So who knows what happens beyond that, in spite of what people will claim. I don't think anybody really knows. But in the here and now, the healthier we are, the more freedom we can have. And a good analogy of that is if we're sick in a hospital bed, we have maybe no freedom of mobility, for example. So that's a good example of how important health is to our freedom activism. And if we wish for freedom, which some of us do, we will do the best to take care of the instrument through which we can act and create more freedom in the world, which is our body. So, Steve here again, great chatting, and just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of physical health for our freedoms. Take care for now. Bye-bye.